What's up, guys? Dolphin117 here, and I'm back with more Bayonetta. So, last we left off, we escaped the burning city, and now we're gonna go take down the jerk who set it on fire, so let's go. I will switch the weapons once again. Gonna try my best not to forget. There are also air combos, but they're not nearly as many. Alright, let's see. What should I go with now? Alright then, I'm almost done showing off all these weapons, so... show off the pillow talk. And the bazillions. Actually, no, the bazillions for later. Show off the Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore. You can switch between weapon sets at any time during the fight, so don't worry about that. And I just did that completely wrong. I let my guard down. I'm trying to switch my weapons. There we go. You may notice that the sword is extra long. During boss fights, all of your attacks send out wicked weaves. However, the gimmick with the pillow talk is that it actually doesn't have any wicked weaves, but whenever you're in climax mode, which is what happens when you're in boss fights, or if you have the climax bracelet on, which is why it's so broken, it extends a little bit, and it does ridiculous damage. You can also activate climax for a short amount of time on the blade if you do the full charge slash. Which didn't seem to do much damage because, yeah, rocket launcher's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's go down there and capitalize on our victory by suplexing a dragon. These are actually the two best weapons for taking on the Rodan's secret boss. Just a heads up for you guys there. Now we're in a jumping sequence. And we're going to suplex him again. Screw you. Let's do it again, shall we? One more time. Let's finish the job. And rip it off. I don't think the ice skates are going to help you in this. The point, whenever he shatters everything to pieces, just grab the hourglass and restore everything back. Trust me, you don't want to be on that lava floor. Hey, you're right here. This is a ridiculous amount of damage if you land all those hits. Ah. Damn it. Oh, here it is. Screw you, I'm invulnerable. But yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff over and over. I do like the boss fights in this game just because of how extravagant they are. But Oh, crap. I've never seen that attack before. The hell? Why couldn't I hit it? I'm having a lot of trouble for unnecessary reasons. This is the longest I've ever taken with this fight. I think he'd be dead by now in a normal playthrough. Gonna reflect his fireballs. Yep, get on the ground. If you fall from enough distance, Bayonetta will go into a stomp attack. Look how much damage that does, man. Again, I have the climax setting on because of the boss fight, so I am more powerful than normal, but still, it's ridiculous. Here we go. Let's do this again. You may notice we're not doing any damage. That's because I already lowered him to this point. He's supposed to be in his final phase by now, but we don't really do damage until we rip off his head, and then we get on to the final phase. Oh, does someone not have any hands? Or dragon heads, or whatever the hell those were supposed to be. Up. And now he's raising the ceiling, and now we're... Well, not the ceiling. Now we're flying. Boom, 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 boom. Look how much that does, man. Ah, crap. He attacked to the floor. How much damage, man. Just gonna keep shooting him from a distance. Now he's at his finals part and climax. And Hairbird. These are actually not demons constructed of her hair. They're demons summoned from, like, from Inferno, which is pretty much this place version of Hell. So, yeah. Still, it's weird. This game's pretty weird. Alright, we're done with that. And we got a silver. Yeah, my combos weren't that great. If I were using Durga, I could have gotten a really good score. Durga, again, is one of the best weapons when it comes to combos. Nah. Again, guys, I don't want to waste your time. This really isn't that interesting. When you're going on through on like a hard playthrough or something, yeah, this stuff is useful, but I just don't care anymore. I'm trying to speed things up here. And this doesn't exist in Bayonetta 2, and honestly, I'm happy. Alright, let's go to the next level, but before we do that, let's change our costume, because we've been in this old one for a while. And Nun, a Queen, I don't really like many of these other ones. Let's go for the Umbra costume. See, now it's in temporary climax, so it does a lot of extra damage. But eventually it shortens back. Yeah, it's definitely a lightsaber. We all know this. Anyway, let's see. Let's go bazillions. By the way, I'm not going to show off the handguns, because the handguns are literally just... They're literally just your normal pistols. They might be a little bit stronger, but I don't notice any difference. Oh yeah, you don't need an alt to use the bazillions on both your hands and feet. I didn't realize that until now. However, the bazillions themselves are actually different depending on what you're using. So, if it's on your hands, their hold down button shoots lasers. They shoot lasers. If they're on your feet, they shoot like dark projectiles. So, that's cool. The lasers are pretty damn good and really good for like sniping enemies. And the feet one are pretty much your standard projectile with a little bit more, with a lot bigger of a hitbox, so it's pretty good. You get the bazillions, actually no, actually I don't know, I forget where you get the bazillions, but you get the handguns, from beating the game on hard mode, and you get the pillow talk from beating it on non-stop infinite climax. So just a heads up about that. And you remember these guys from the first level of this playthrough? They're not supposed to show up until now. And it really stuns them for a while, too. Pretty good. Yeah, I know, this was meant to be my Valentine's Day playthrough. Screw me. I know, the story actually has nothing to do with love at all. Like, it actually doesn't. Boom! Boom! Just to tell you, give you an idea of Bayonetta's personality, she's pretty much a really, really cocky protagonist that really just doesn't care about anything. Whenever a new angel shows up, she's just like, oh, dude. Like, she really doesn't treat anything as a threat. And I don't either. Of course, the more hands that you're hitting with when you unleash the laser, you do more shots at a time, which doubles the damage, so it's pretty good. Boom. I don't know what happened with the camera angle there, but boom. Whoa. You don't have to play this slow that I'm playing. And also, another thing is that all the handguns, like the bazillions, the handguns, the standard guns, I think they're called the Scarborough Fair, and the Onyx Roses, they all have the same punch and kick combos. It's just the shots that they shoot that are different. And also, no matter what weapon you have equipped, you shoot your sidearm with the X button is always the same. It's the Scarborough Fair, so. Whoa! They really tried to kill me there. Oh. And that was an Umbran Tear of Blood. That's pretty much just a collectible in this game. Now you gotta turn this dial. And yep, we just summoned the moon somehow, and now we are going to be able to witch walk. However, it's more than that. Our target's over there, but we're all the way over here. So what do? Sideways skydiving. So she immediately goes into a stomp, and you're supposed to crash into every single thing in sight. You kill them all pretty much in one hit. Because of how fast you're going, so it's really just, you know, extra halos. And hits. Woo. I don't really know what's in front of me. I'm just kind of... There we go. What do you think you're doing? And bang. Oh, how did they not get hit by that when they were in the trap? These guys are combo whores, and I hate them. Boom! Who cares? These guys sport my favorite torture attack animation in the game. Just like if I can get close to them. Shield your eyes, kids. But you get an extra bonus from this one. You get to keep the chainsaw. And just like the key, it's super powerful. However, it is also super slow. And it's kind of ineffective against these guys, so... I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's really powerful, though, so... If you're in an area where it has these things and more, then, yeah, it's pretty good. Again, really good sniping weapon. However, to make it easier to fight those flying opponents, it's best to use the whip so you can bring them to you. Also, if you're in the air and you use the whip to grab something, you actually, Ooh. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I was missing that witch heart. It was right here. Wait, what kind of chest is this? This isn't a... What? What? I've never seen a chest like this. That's probably why I assumed I couldn't break it. What the hell? So there was a witch heart in here this whole time. Yeah, guys, I haven't gotten all the witch hearts and broken moon pearls in this game yet. I could look up a guide and try and find them all, but I don't really care that much. But what the hell? Well, that was just mean. And yes, the wind can hurt you here for some reason. Really? And there's a broken witch heart down there in that one, too. Just a heads up on that. So to activate this switch, I still can't believe I missed that one. It's right there. And boom. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna consider it a name. We all know how these spiral staircases go, though. We can't leave so soon. These guys are annoying because they have shields, but they're not that bad. Love this one. Though he's not dead. Can't catch me. I'll make him think that he can win. And of course he dropped an angel arm, which is awesome, and now the moon's out. Yeah, this one, just a big, big sword. So yeah, not really that interesting. So now, screw spiral staircases, we got wall running. I believe you can ice skate over these icons. And there's a verse right there, you're supposed to fight all those guys, but I'm just like, eh. You can easily just skip them. You don't want to do that if you're trying to get a high rank, but I personally don't care. And now the moon's covered again for some random reason. Let's go. Seriously, those clouds are weird. Oh, looks like we can't get through. Oh no, whatever are we gonna do? Looks like something opened up in the ceiling. Alright. Oh. They really just like trapping us, don't they? I won't show off the other accessories because most of them are pretty pointless. And I never use the ones that give you new abilities anyway. See, that was easy. These guys don't stand a chance against the higher level weapons in this game. Although the Pillow Talk by itself isn't as good as the Sharaba. It's when you charge it up and do the climax stuff that's really powerful. I don't know why the Wicked Weave didn't spawn until then. Whoa! Yup, pretty easy to fall down here. And this is actually a perfect time for me to show off the Muspelheim. Not Muspelheim, that's what they're called in Bayonetta 2. In Bayonetta 1, they're called Alfheims, and they're right here. Secret missions, normally they don't have this symbol on them, they're usually just yellow. The symbol means that you completed them. So I'll go into one and just show you what they're like. Limited kicks and punches. Yup. You know what that means. Not that bad. There are challenges in this game that require you to be in the air for a certain amount of time, but with the whip, it's really easy. These will almost always give you broken witch hearts or moon pearls, so you want to go out and do these to increase your health or magic. Oh, there it is. And yeah, they're not that bad. In Bayonetta 2, they're worse, in my opinion. And some of them are pretty tricky to find. There's a lot of them that require going to a certain point and then backtracking, so that can be a bit annoying. I actually wouldn't recommend running up here as the wolf because it's kind of slippery because of how wet it is, so be a little careful and proceed with caution. Or you can be like me. Down there is a treasure chest that contains an LP for the Durga. It's a broken one, though. It's not the whole thing, so... Alright, now just run normally, because this is not the point in the game where you're supposed to have the wolf power up yet, so they expect you just to run. So just run. If you go too fast, this thing's gonna knock you off and you're gonna die. At this point, you're safe. And now we got a dragon thing. Who gets knocked down real easily. Like, he just gets knocked on the floor really easily. Climax. And yay, the bird's back. And it bites off the neck and eats the head. Yay! This game is so freaking weird. Gates of Hell. Of course, there are some hidden goodies on that staircase, but... And now we fight another one. The hell? I couldn't see anything. See, that was easy. You didn't even have to climax them. Wonder why. Hi, guy. Just frickin' popped out of nowhere. And instant death. And this is your death screen. I feel like I'm missing something here. Nah, whatever. Let's get moving. Alright, now we're shooting towards the land, and we just automatically jump to it. Looks like I'm not missing something. I was worried I was. And Jean fight. Look how much, yeah, she can really mess up your day. And she has drop kicks and everything. Ah! Her Wicked Weave attacks are the only attacks that you can dodge and get witch time from. Look how extravagant these bosses are, though. Now we're just flying on chunks of rock. You could have, if I pressed the counter button there, I would have gone into like a fist fight with her and I would have done extra damage, but oh well. Here we go. And... oh, we gotta keep doing it. Bop! And now you're supposed... this is where you unlock the Panther Within attack maneuver, so this is where you're supposed to get it. Alright guys, that's it for part 3, and I'll see you guys for part 4.